Now we're going to go into one of the most famous modern guys that people are mesmerized by. Almost today, the whole world's false spell to this demonic bastard, Padre Pio. Everybody's running around thinking he's a holy man. Why? Because he's got the stigmata. In spite of the fact that some of these people who know that the Vatican II Church is evil, that the Second Vatican Council contained all kinds of heresies, that all the popes since then were apostate anti-popes, like the Dimond Brothers believe all of that, yet they idolize Padre Pio. They put him on a pedestal. In spite of the fact that he said John Paul II is going to be the next pope of the church, a real pope, praised them, did not condemn the Second Vatican Council, and denied the salvation dogma, and held a slew of other heresies. But just because he had the stigmata, and he looked more pious than some of these other people, they believe that he's a saint and a great saint. The Dimond Brothers are big on pushing this false devotion. I believe Michael Dimond is possessed by Padre Pio, come up from hell, is possessing this kid. He has a real possession on this Padre Pio. All right. Now we're going to show you the picture of his stigmata. Here it is. Now he also is said to bilocate and he levitates. Now how do we know all these signs are demonic? Because of his beliefs. All right. He did not condemn the desecrations of the Catholic churches, nor condemn the desecrators that surrounded him in Italy. He never said anything about that. He was a loyal member of the Vatican II Church and never condemned the Vatican II Council. He praised the apostate anti-pope John Paul II. And while he was a priest, prophesied that he would become the Pope, a real Pope. He denied the salvation dogma. For instance, he believed Protestants and Christ-denying Jews can be in the way of salvation and be saved if they die in their unbelief. On one occasion, he neglected to convert an obstinate Presbyterian woman, Adelaide Pyle, who became his personal friend through her daughter, Mary Pyle, and who was a close friend of Padre Pio's. I quote from an article by Frank M. Regna, SFO, titled, Padre Pio on Salvation Outside the Catholic Church. Mary Pyle often tried to convince her mother to convert to Catholicism, as she herself had done. But Adelaide reportedly said, in Padre Pio's presence, I would rather allow myself to be burned alive for my religion. Padre Pio advised Mary not to push her mother to convert. Let her be. Don't upset her peace. However, Mary continued to worry about her mother was not a Catholic, and Padre Pio counseled, quote, let's not confuse her. She will be saved because she has faith. In 1936, Adelaide, who had grown older and was nearing death, made one last trip to San Giovanni Rotondo, and she said goodbye to Padre Pio. At the end of this visit, the saintly, quote-unquote, saintly priest pointed heavenward, saying to the Protestant, Adelaide, I hope we will see each other again soon, but if we don't see each other here, we will see each other up there. End quote. She passed away in fall of 1937 at the age of 77. Her daughter Mary then became preoccupied about her mother's salvation. After dreaming that her mother was in Rome, standing in front of the Vatican, she poured out her anxiety to Padre Pio. He replied, and who told you that your mother could not be saved? And the devil even gave her an apparition of her mother being saved to confirm Padre Pio's words. So here's Padre Pio saying this woman who died obstinately in her Protestant religion is saved. He also on another occasion stated that an apostate Jew who died would be saved, but it would be necessary to pray much for him. I quote from the same article. Father Alessio Parenti, OFM Capuchin, lived and worked alongside Padre Pio for many years in Our Lady of Grace Friary at San Giovanni Rotondo. He wrote numerous books about his confrere, and his works provide really reliable source material for the saint. The following information is from Father Alessio's book, The Holy Souls, and was related by a very good friend of his, Mrs. Florence Fine Ehrman, the daughter of the person in question. In 1965, her father, Julius Fine, who had practiced the Jewish faith all his life, was stricken with what is commonly called Lou Gehrig's disease. Miss Ehrman wrote to Padre Pio beseeching a cure for her father from this fatal illness. A short time later, she received a reply that Padre Pio would pray for her father and would take him under his protection. When her father passed away in February of the next year, she was able to accept his death peacefully. However, after some time, she began to worry about whether or not he was saved, even though he had been a very loving and kind husband and father. On a visit to the friary at San Giovanni Rotondo in the fall of 1967, She was told by a personal friend to write down whatever she wished to ask Padre Pio, and this friend would present the letter to him. She, of course, wrote down her concerns about the eternal state of her father's soul. This good and gentle Jewish man who had never been baptized, the reply from Padre Pio, which she received in writing, was this: Julius Fine is saved, but it is necessary to pray much for him, end quote. Her mind was put at ease by such a sure and definite statement, since she understood that her father was in purgatory, his salvation guaranteed. Guaranteed by the mere statement of a man, a statement of an apostate on top of it who denied his own church's dogmas. And people love to hear this stuff because they want everybody to be saved. This is the Padre Pio that many people idolize, including the Dimond Brothers. And this Regno, who wrote this article, wrote to the Dimond Brothers and was refuting them and condemning them, rightly so, for being hypocrites on this, because they refuse to acknowledge these things, and they continue to go on promoting devotion to this filthy, dirty, rotten bastard. And I don't care how pious he looks on the outside. I don't care how lovely his stigmata is. I just showed you stigmatas of a couple other people that are way out of the church, and this nominal Catholic himself. I told you what he believed in. Moses said, I don't care if what they prophesied comes to pass. And St. Paul said an angel comes down from heaven. If he says, let us follow another gospel, let him be anathema. You're anathema, Padre Pio. You're in hell, burning for all eternity. You're possessing Michael Dimond and a lot of other people, and you're helping to drag them down to hell where you are. And this is very important when you look at this information, that you put the faith before signs and wonders.